infamous Illuminati.
Yo, today's episode of In the Mix is brought to you by Jose Gonzalez over at Spidey's Powder Tumblers. For your custom-made powder-coated stainless steel tumbler needs, make sure you hit up Jose Gonzalez. Also brought to you by the Comic Chiropractor. Make sure you hit up Dustin over at Two Brothers Comics, comic_chiropractor. For your pressing, cleaning, CGC, and CBCS submission needs, hit up Dustin. Also brought to you by my Whatnot sale happening on April 13th, 9 p.m. Eastern, which is a Saturday. I already got everything loaded up, so if you want to go in there and take a look, and if there's something that piques your interest, let me know. I'm starting everything off like it'll probably be like a couple of lots, $2, $3. Everything's starting off like super, super cheap, except like a couple of big books. Slabs starting off at like $25. So make sure you check that out. April 13th, mark your calendar. Come through while you're watching Spidey's Outback on the Saturday night. Big shout out to the entire Link Squad for all your continued support. Tomorrow, of course, King Kong 5 happening at the Park Ridge Marriott in New Jersey. April 6th, make sure you come down. Early bird special, I think, is like 9 a.m. They are selling tickets at the door, so make sure you come down. This is going to be the floor plan. D3 is there, the UU. So it looks like we're stuck in a corner. We are not. We're front and center. Yeah, it's not a corner. As you enter, you have to see Artist Alley before you get inside of the main vendor floor. So TT, Pressable Defects on one side. My guy Ryan G. Brown right there on A. B, Chris Campagna. Yeah, not to be confused.
Looks like a Pac-Man level.
Indeed it is. Oh, shit, and then you got the moon right there. That could like pass for Pac-Man. Yeah, it's going to be dope. A lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. These are all the vendors that are going to be there. Vendors / YouTube personalities. It's going to be a good time. And then these are the artists that are going to be featured in Artist Alley. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. How you gentlemen doing today?
What's up with your energy right now?
Oh, me?
Mark is the one who just woke right up, but you just sound like good.
I do sound like... No, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know whether we should, before going into like talking about sponsors and stuff and shenanigans and stuff like that, like I guess we have to address the Ed Piskor thing because it's news.
Damn,
and I don't want to attack that or talk about that and be like high energy and shit like that. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
Ed Piskor, the artist.
Offing himself?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Ed Piskor, artist behind Red Room, Hip Hop Family Tree, X-Men Grand Design, he took his life. I don't even know how to even say this stuff on YouTube without getting the hook. Took his life on Monday after it came out that he was texting underage girls, doing some creep activity last week. And then on Monday morning, he put a note, an S note on Facebook, which a good friend of mine sent to me because, you know, we're both fans, and it was like the saddest thing I've ever seen. But in the whole thing, yeah, it's for me, it's super sad. It's super tragic. Didn't think it would come that far. That was a crazy decision that happened. At the same time, it doesn't absolve from any wrongdoing or alleged wrongdoing. So that's why I don't know how to feel about this. You know what I'm saying?
Probably the same way all the people who are big fans of Bill Cosby felt.
Which was?
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Bill Cosby.
Not even the Pudding Pops?
No good.
Bill Cosby himself?
Oh,
I didn't have anything against Cosby, but I mean, like, I didn't give a shit about Cosby. But like, I was America's Dad, though. You know what I mean? Like, that show was a little bit before my time. I was like the Family Matters, Full House, Fresh Prince era. You know?
Yeah, I can tell you, being from that era, that was stop, drop, whatever you're doing, be in the house Thursday nights, 8:00. It's time for the Cosby Show.
Open up shop.
Oh, let me just pause before we continue to have this discussion. I want to shout out House of X Entertainment, Wanston and Leo. Leo last Saturday had his birthday party, hosted by House of X in Wanston. In Brooklyn, Me and Mrs. Lynx were in the building. We got fucked up. Super
Was it a
fucked
good
up.
time or nah?
It was definitely a good time. It was a good time. House of X definitely knows how to throw a party.
Most
I had
importantly,
a fantastic.
what time did you get there? That's what we want to know.
I got there. I want to say close to 11:30, maybe.
It's a good New
Yeah,
York
we got there pretty late. What happens is if you're in New York, somebody says, "Hey, the party starts at 9." The worst thing to do is like go at when it's like empty. But anyway, big shout out to House of X. Tyler and Nick, do you have anything to add to this? Like, what are your thoughts?
The whole Ed Pisker thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's sad that he offed himself. I mean, from the reasons he gave, I get why he would think that was an out. But like Mark said, it doesn't absolve him of anything. Just because he said he was innocent in his final words doesn't mean he was innocent.
Yo, I just for context, have y'all ever seen Chris Hansen meet a guilty guy until the cops walked in? Like, I'm not saying that to be funny, but that's just
Oh my
something.
gosh,
like
I love watching. What are you doing here? What
Oh,
are you doing?
I was just coming by to hang out with a
Yeah.
13-year-old and a pizza.
But Mark,
Like,
do you know how many times I've
we're
heard
just
that
gonna
story
watch
before?
football.
And why would I believe it now?
Yo, how about the dude that got naked? Yo, the dude that legit got naked. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, in his letter, he wrote about internet bullies and how he was, I don't know, thrown to the wolves, whatever the case may be. Do you feel that the internet acted like in a way that was super inappropriate? Like, I mean, was this cancel culture coming after him? Granted, he did something wrong. So that's where there's a disconnect for me.
I think so. The internet always reacts like that about everything, not even just cancer, anything, everything. It always acts in excess of it.
Yeah.
And that's a good
for me,
point, Sledge. What is an internet bully? Like, he even said in his letter, I wasn't online for the past week, but I feel so much shame from everything I've heard from online in the past week that my friend told me. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's dumb.
What?
Yeah. So, like, one of the things when I read it's super weird. When I read the letter immediately, like one of the I guess emotions that washed over me, like I was reading it, like I kind of felt guilty, and then like I'm like immediately I start questioning like what did we say last week? We pointed out what he did, what he was accused of doing. We just spotlighted that. We didn't, no pitchforks, no nothing like that, as we do and people do on YouTube. We report, we're not journalists, but we talk about what's newsworthy, right? And that's why we're talking about this now, because it's newsworthy. But immediately I felt guilty, but then I'm like, I'm not an internet bully. Go Remy Q.
We talked about this last week. I don't remember any of it. I don't even know who this guy is.
Thank you, because the Diddy thing completely like overshadowed it. So we just touched on it a little bit because I am a fan.
Time out. Yeah, that's another thing I don't know about. I keep hearing about this, but I don't know what it is.
Before we move to that, do you feel guilty because we've seen the guy and he's in our little kind of in our hobby?
Where did we see this guy at? I don't even know who
He
this
was.
is.
He was at Heroes last year.
He was at Heroes.
Did I meet this person?
No, I don't think.
No, like we were all standing in a group
Ass.
waiting on DJ to get the signature from the weird dude in the bucket hat and sunglasses in the middle of the building.
Yeah, so and I was super excited to meet Ed that day. That was legit. That was one of the
stuff, right?
Yeah, the hip hop stuff. Yeah. But Red Room, I'm a giant fan of Red Room, and this is what I said last week. Just because your stories are crazy and blah blah blah, that doesn't necessarily reflect who you are in your personal life.
Red Room, more like red flags.
So yeah, I felt guilty, and then I was just like, I'm not part of this fucking. I'm not an internet bully. And then what really got me after that was the hypocrisy. I think there were people that went after him even harder. Fuck this guy, blah, blah, this and that. Like there's channels on YouTube that do that stuff for the clicks. And then by Monday night, they were posting up If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Here's these hotlines, blah blah blah. And
the warning that they put in front of shows now.
Yeah, so I was just like, what?
If you feel like you're having mental issues, call this person.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was just conflicted. So I apologize for bringing the energy down. I didn't want to go into this topic. Like I didn't even want to talk about it, but I feel like we have to. So
no, this has been great.
All right. Moving on. I don't know why I let that keep going for so long.
I think because you had to put yourself in timeout for that horrible topic. I don't even know who this guy is.
Did anyone else die that we can talk about?
Internet bullies? Give me a break. Turn off your computer.
Oh, shit.
I just got done telling the chat we moved past this topic. We're moving past it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's move
I'm
on.
done. I'm back, baby.
You literally got a chat saying, "Let us know when you move past it. We'll be back."
Yeah, we're past it. We're past it.
I didn't want to be a liar. We're past it.
We're past it.
Ghost Machine. Fuck that topic.
Yeah. Oh man, Ghost Machine.
What are you giving away tonight?
So real quick, Remy Q. I am giving away for the chat some these Ghost Machine connecting covers. So you got Red Coat #1, you got Geiger #1, and then you got the fantastic Rook Exodus #1. This is going to the chat, so the chat could win this later on. Of course, domestic shipping only. And then we're gonna have this amazing slab for the Link Squad. Just for the Link Squad members, Power Girl Special #1, foil, KRS Comics New York Comic Con edition. So if you want in on this, by who did this? Well, Jack. So we're gonna give that away to the Link Squad later on. So
my decision, but probably.
What are we talking about?
Giveaway, DJ.
Yeah, that's what I try to do the giveaways, man. I try to do the giveaways. Maybe too much stuff to give away, but I try to do the giveaways. Tyler, tattoo update.
There is no update. I already gave the update. I'm doing it when Lee gets here.
I don't know. The audience is calling for tattoo updates.
It's the same update.
That's a terrible update. Pass.
They asked. I gave it to them.
All right. So Ghost Machine. Ghost Machine came out this week. 3 fantastic issues. But first and foremost, sir, and I think, I'm not going to speak for the rest of the panel. I'm just going to speak for myself. I thought it was fantastic. One of these guys might think it was terrible. The other one didn't even watch. The other one is fucking like, I'm in Texas. But
I'm so old.
Yeah. I don't know how to work a computer.
Those internet bullies.
Oh, shit. Very cute. Legion of Comics, sir. I just wanted to highlight you and congratulate you for possibly one of the best creator interviews that I've ever seen on YouTube from our crop of content creators. It was absolutely engaging, informative, entertaining above all else. And the rapport that you had with the creators and Paul Sector as well, second to none. I was enthralled the entire duration of the stream. And I don't watch creator interviews. Sorry to people that do creator interviews. I find some of them just boring.
I'm glad you said that.
I gotta say, it was the highlight of my life as a comic book fan, not just on my time on YouTube, to hang out with Jeff Johns like that. But I also feel as confidently about how that went as you do about your editing. Like, that was legit an awesome interview. Like, that's the not best. Just on you. That was that, yeah, because of Paul, because of our rapport, our excitement, our actual passion for what this was. It was literally the best interview that's ever taken place with creators on YouTube.
Dead ass B.
And that's a huge testament to the chat too, because Rockin', I think, peaked about 70 people live. Like, it was holding over 60 the whole time in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. And the chat was alive, the Legionnaires, the Link Squad, a whole lot of overlap with that. Everyone was there. Everyone showed up and showed out. And Jeff Johns even had to stop at one point and even address like how much he loved the chat and the interaction. Like it was literally a team effort. Couldn't have gone better.
So congrats to you. Tyler, did you get a chance to peep that?
No, not yet.
It was insane, dude. It was insane.
It's on my watch later. This was the beginning of the MLB season, and it is almost all I've done.
Can you tell us why you hate? Can you tell us why you hate Mark?
Oh, I know why he hates me. It's okay.
It's just the Cubs, man. It's been fun.
That's why. That's what I was gonna say.
Rem, did you feel that? You didn't feel that earthquake down there, right? The earthquake today.
No. All I felt down here was freedom, baby. Freedom. That's all I felt. It was amazing. I woke up this morning, opened up the curtains in my boxers, and just Xerxes the whole neighborhood. Like, fuck yeah, Remy Q, baby. And then I just felt freedom the whole day. It was wonderful.
Wow. So for those that, I mean, everybody has the fucking news. Everybody sees this shit. I don't know why we talk about this shit like it's breaking news, but I guess that's just part of YouTube. So here it is. This. So I got a lot of this today, right? So and I freaking love Rob Fat Sacks of Comics. So on Two Nerd Dads, I kind of got like a little. I went in depth about it, right? So immediately with the earthquake, like we understand in California, you get earthquakes all the time. In New York, this is super rare. But I didn't realize, and I'm going to get a bit serious here, how much PTSD I had from 9/11. So immediately when this thing happened,
EJ,
I'm sorry. Immediately when this happened, I was just like, we're attacked again.
9/11 wasn't on the agenda, bro.
Grab my go bag. Like I legit thought we were getting bombed. And then like after that, we were laughing about it and stuff like that. And then like I sat there and I was like, after the adrenaline wore off, I was just like, I can't believe like I felt this way about this thing. So yeah. We need like something like to hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not going to talk anymore for the rest of the show.
It's been a great show, guys. Just end it here.
Action Comics #1. Let's talk about it.
Top spot, $6 million.
$6 million. Action Comics #1. CGC 8.5.
Pedigree.
What does pedigree mean?
It means that they can verify the book's history, and it pretty much was a one book owner in a collection kind of thing. It hasn't been passed around, hasn't been circulated. It's yeah.
So it's like the same.
I didn't look, but I thought it was the file copy, but I guess I don't know that for sure.
I don't know, but it hasn't gone just like randomly through the wild. Like it's supposed to be like here's the original purchaser's collection. His whole collection moved to here, and this collection is now on sale. You can verify like you've got a credible Carfax on the book, basically. You know what I mean?
See, not to call out dagger cards right here. This is kind of a faux pas. I'm opening my next Kicks and Comics mystery box at 10 p.m. Eastern, so everybody's supposed to stop what we're doing. That's a faux pas. This is a Burke. This is what's called a Burke. When Burke used to come in the chat and be like, "Yo, come check me out on my channel in 5 minutes." I love you, dagger cards. Who bought it?
I don't have a clue.
I didn't know that. It used to be an 8.0. Maybe Mark knows, but I'm pretty sure there's one copy higher. There's a 9.0 or a 9.2.
What's up, brother?
I think there might be a 9.2 out there. I can't confirm that.
Is there on the census?
I think there's one like 30 on the census or something.
It would
like
be
that,
on
right?
the census for sure.
For some reason, I thought this one was the highest copy ever. For some reason, I don't know why.
Comic Vet said 2 9.0s. I'm pretty sure Nicolas Cage had one of the 9.0s. I don't 2.85s. There you go. Comic Vet knew.
2.85s in the census.
So it's interesting to me because it's like this is the highest selling comic, but it's not the biggest comic that exists. There's technically 2 copies bigger. So what could those go for?
On the, I mean, if this one went for 6, I would expect the 9 to go at least for 10.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you got to think that's the holy grail.
I mean, that's the sale though, man. Like that doesn't mean the next ones could sell for less.
It's
But-
also the timing, right? Because if another one were to pop up right now, it's not going to go for. I don't think it'll go for that much because then it's just like, what if another one pops up? Because obviously, with it is the scarcity.
Yeah, there are
Keep in
two.
mind, the market's down right now too. I do want to point out, and this isn't a jab at anybody at all except Spider-Man fans, that AF-15 was a record-selling comic for 4 days in its life and its existence, and it was the highest graded copy in existence, and it was
How much-
dethroned by a Superman #1 that was the highest selling comic in existence until this book just sold, and it now doubled the value of the highest known Marvel comic sale to ever exist.
Hey, but can we clarify that? I mean, is it because he's more popular or because the book is 30 years older?
Both.
And probably
I would
more
say both.
scarce.
Both.
I think the history factor too is so much
Yeah, it's
higher
literally
than
bigger.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Like
Let's settle this-
popular
let's-
is such a subjective thing that you can try to measure it so many different ways. You can be like, look at merch sales for the current 17-year-olds and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, there is nothing more recognizable symbol-wise than Superman's S. Like, find me a more recognizable known symbol.
Let's go around the panel. Hold on. Remy Q, Superman or Spider-Man? More popular worldwide. Superman or Spider-Man?
Popular can mean so many things.
Yeah, that's a hard one, man.
No,
I don't know. Pass.
He doesn't know. Pass.
Can I say which one I prefer? I mean,
Go ahead, Skinny Nick, looking all svelte.
Spider-Man for me. If I had $6 million, I still wouldn't buy. I said this today. I wouldn't buy an Action Comics 1.
Now, he said, what do you think is more popular worldwide?
The parameters have to be set. But I mean, even if we just go by movies, what movies made more money?
So you're saying Spider-Man?
Captain Marvel, the
Fast
Carol
and the
Danvers
Fury?
film.
No, we're not talking. We're not.
I'm just saying, like, great parameter there.
Avatar?
Pick any Spider-Man iteration and put it against any Superman iteration. And what made more money?
Probably Batman v Superman, except for outside of Far From Home, I think.
All right, so you're saying Spider-Man, Nick.
I'm saying Spider-Man.
Isn't Far From Home the only $1 billion Spider-Man film?
I don't know. I don't know for sure. And
Yeah,
you'd
we-
have to factor in like the money
Adjusting
changing.
for inflation.
Yeah, inflation. But I mean, this is a badly worded question because what's more popular? If you want to, let's just say I take this as like, oh, well, 5-year-olds to 30-year-olds, Spider-Man. But in reality, like nothing exists without Superman. Like it's
Interesting.
there
point.
is nothing
Interesting
past
point.
Superman that isn't from Superman. Like he's it.
Well, Legion of Comics has a video on his channel about the first superhero, so it can be argued that there's nothing without that guy.
No,
That
you're
is
right.
true.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's, and everything springboards off something else, but it doesn't mean that Superman wasn't like the moment in Back to the Future where time split and became this existence. That was what that was.
Yeah, Superman took the elements of those things that came before.
Oh, let's look back into the old
Wow.
doomsday clock.
There we go.
No, Rob Fast Sacks of Comics with the $10 super chat. $10. Let's play a video for Rob. Send him into the stage. I apologize.
think
it was blocked, right?
I think we saw it. I think in the end, Spidey's more relatable, and I think Superman is the ideal.
That's not the question.
Nick, how old were you when your aunt and uncle adopted you, or when you became a photographer, or when your girlfriend died?
No,
Or-
but
Or when
I've
you got hit by a
Oh,
radioactive- How where y'all come up with? They're so fucking relatable. Y'all
I've
fucking
had
crazy.
I've had a girlfriend who died. I've had trouble making my rent. I've had trouble with women.
Universal.
Yeah, because they died.
Well, one of them did.
Your rich best
course
friend
he had
turned
trouble.
into a goblin. Did you murder your girlfriend, Nick?
There's
That's
been
like
more
when
than
people say,
one
I like
girlfriend.
Batman because he's relatable. On what level? He's a human.
Wait a minute. Let's get back to Nick being on the run for murdering his girlfriend.
All right, so all of those issues Spider-Man has. What issues has Superman had?
Can I just say, guys, before we continue,
Being
before,
abandoned from his family,
and
having
I'm not,
kids, having
I'm
to
not
hide
joking. Oh,
with
shit.
kids
I forgot. I
so
can't talk. I'm not
people
allowed
don't
to.
judge him.
So
Like,
What planet were you on that blew up?
I'm not talking about that, my path.
I
you
was
said
on
what-
that
you said what
planet.
issue does Superman have? In what way? Not how does Tyler relate to him? No, but I get the relating thing. I think people take that a little too far with sometimes they don't really think about like what about him do you relate to kind of thing. But yeah, Superman's got the whole orphan angle, you know, the immigrant angle.
Goes completely black. There's nothing left.
Classic.
And then it
Classic.
says it begins with a child. The metaverse forms around this one and only son. I retract
can
my
I-
previous statement. I don't pass Superman.
Can I chime in on this, on the age-old debate? I think Superman is one of the most recognized characters across the planet. Anybody, you'll show them if you had a Ouija board and you contacted my grandmother and you show her a Superman like emblem, she'll know what that is. She probably won't know what Spider-Man is.
Everyone's and to that point, like in the whole popular thing, like just for context, popular doesn't.
I think
mean
it's like Superman and like Jesus Christ. Like everybody
Like,
knows.
popular
You show
doesn't
them a
mean
picture
that-
and they know.
popular
We love
doesn't
you,
mean
God!
popular doesn't mean the most people's favorites characters. Think back in high school, like for a lot of people, the popular kids you did not like. You did not like the popular kids. You weren't a part of the popular doesn't mean that you like it or the most people like it. It just means that y'all know who the fuck it is.
100%, because I'm not like an OD crazy Superman fan like that. Aside from the Christopher Reeves movies, and well, yeah,
And for more context, Spider-Man was the most Googled superhero on Google search in the year 2022, meaning
because they're like, who's Spider-Man?
They had to figure out who the fuck he was.
And that's not even factoring in the Bing numbers.
Yeah, you gotta think about
when you get into
Bing.
Bing, it's just woo through the
Nothing
roof.
Tyler.
can back the big numbers.
Tyler, what's the Bing digits on Spider-Man?
At least 6.
I was 3 of them.
There you go. Spider-Man is sticky. They were Googling him to see his show times. What time is it? Showtime. Yeah, I think for some reason for me, I've always like Jesus Christ, Superman, Michael Jackson, and Hulk Hogan. I think like you show a pic, or even Mr. T. Well, maybe Mr. T. Like you show anybody a picture of these people hanging out in the desert in fucking caves. Show them a picture, they're gonna be like, Superman.
Oh shit! I guess I should have Googled him in 2022 because I missed this movie completely. Chris, goddamn. That must have been that Spider-Verse one.
I hate to compare this to something, but it does remind me of something. Like this is Nick, you can tell me if this sounds
That's
right.
an apt comparison. That's an apt
If
comparison.
Michael Jordan was Superman and LeBron was like Spider-Man. Because basketball really came into itself in the 80s, but Michael Jordan spiked it into existence. And he is at basically everyone's GOAT, right? I mean, if not, it's LeBron. But LeBron is the Spider-Man who came later. Some people like him more. He has better numbers than Michael Jordan. But it's Michael Jordan.
Can I take this one further too? Right now, you can buy.
I don't know. Can't you?
For a Wembenyama, one of the Wembenyama rookie
Bless
cards, you're gonna pay $1.5 million.
What?
For his rookie card. There's a 1-of-1 his rookie card. You can get the same rookie card in Michael Jordan for 15K. Who does that make it better? Does that make Wemby better than Jordan?
Not at all. But I think with basketball cards now, that's not like a rookie card. So like the Michael Jordan rookie card was just like in packs. It wasn't like limited or anything like that. Like this is probably like you got to spend like $250 for a box of like 3 cards, and
We're definitely
one of
going
them-
off of what I said.
oh my bad, Adam. I am not authorized to talk anything sports. I hate sports.
Yes, you even base level people know who Michael Jordan and LeBron James are. So
Yeah,
that's
have
why
to-
I'm saying
yeah.
it's comparable to Superman and Spider-Man.
Sports were invented to keep you distracted from the truth, my man.
I know the 2 people that Tyler mentioned. But whoever this guy's talking about,
Nick went on a tangent that Pete.
I imagine he's tall. I don't know. It's just like if I saw like just a tall person, I'd be like, oh, that must be Wimby. Is that who you said? Who is?
Yeah,
who
he's
is
7'5". He's 7'5".
Yeah.
There you go. That's exactly what I meant, Sledge. Mass production cards. So like the Jordan rookie was mass produced versus like these select card sets and stuff like that. 1 point. How much you said?
1 point between 1 and 1.5 million.
Who will buy that? Look, who?
Somebody, sports card people are crazy.
I gotta look this up.
Dale.
I thought that was
That's
the name of a
insane.
tennis court.
Is that already sold? I didn't even know that.
No, they just graded it, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Is it the Black Prism?
Yeah.
So who do you think is gonna buy this? Some fucking oil chic and throw it in his like nightstand drawer? Like I don't give a fuck. It was $1 million.
I don't. I think
Twirling his mustache.
there's a lot of money in sports cards. This is a completely different conversation. People blow my mind
This
what
guy
they spend on
before
sports
ever.
cards.
All right, so back to the Superman and Batman. I mean Superman and Spider-Man comparison. That's probably the best comparison that I've ever heard in my life to the Superman Spider-Man debate. Brown versus Levon. Who was on?
We're talking about LeBron, Jordan, Superman, Spider-Man.
Superman versus Spider-Man. I forgot Spider-Man. Superman wins by default. I forgot the other person we were talking about. Oh shit. How the hell did we get on the Superman Spider-Man debate?
You brought it up. Action 1.
I think we were talking about
Action.
death.
Oh, shit, no. That was on
Speaking
the first
of
episode
death-
of it. Jesus Christ. That was on the first episode of In the Mix that happened last week. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back to our second episode of In the Mix.
Just run the intro again. Let's try it again.
Oh, where is it? There you
There
go.
we go.
View from
There
Rich
we go.
Illuminati. Oh,
Surprise,
man.
motherfucker.
Remember when we weren't doing this show on Fridays at 9 p.m. for 2 years straight?
Speaking of death, how about,
Jesus Christ.
how about the death of Biggie's channel? He said he's quitting.
Did he?
Yeah. He gave away like hundreds of dollars of books. He said he's done.
So, did you guys how are we supposed to react to that?
I don't know. No.
I'm so sad. I think it's best if it's for good reason. Like, I mean, if it's not, you're giving
it's
away your
funny.
books and then quitting.
he's live right now.
Yeah.
He had another stream just an hour ago.
That's I don't know. You guys are the hippity hop fans. You guys into this whole-
Lizzo's quitting. That's someone else quitting.
Who?
Lizzo, your girl.
Oh, that actor in the Mandalorian you meant?
Oh, the Star
yeah.
Wars actress?
She's not Silver Surfer.
She's done. Oh, shit.
Oh, let's talk about the Silver Surfer starring Lizzo. I thought they were gonna, bro. I thought it's funny because me and Mrs. Links were talking, and then I'm telling her about the Silver Surfer thing and the Shalabal Silver Surfer, and I was just like, "Yo, well, we'll be dope." Not Lizzo, and I told her I was just like, "Yo, if they hired Lunel from Borat to be the Silver Surfer, and just and leave like
the
gold,
blonde
like,
hair.
yeah, keep the blonde hair. It's Lunel. Me, I'm a surfer." But
Yeah, I heard-
instead, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
I heard she beat out Amy Schumer. It was really close. It was either her or Amy Schumer.
No, you did not.
Amy Schumer is the least funniest comedian in the history of the world. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry.
Terrible.
She is the worst. I once put on an Amy Schumer comedy special on my TV, And then this turned into the first 10 minutes of this episode tonight. Terrible.
She did that one movie, and they gave her feedback, and she titled it the feedback Trainwreck. Terrible movie. She is terrible.
Everybody else was funny in that episode. Anyway, how did we get on
Cena
Amy?
was great in it. John
John
Cena
Cena
was
was
great.
Oh, John Cena's great in everything.
David tell us the bum.
Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, so LeMay said it. That means it's fact. Trash. I totally forgot what we were supposed to talk about. My bad. What did I bring up? I don't know. Silver Surfer. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, I'm pretty sure you've seen it because the internet was ablaze. You know how us internet folk do. We just blow everything out of proportion. Female Silver Surfer? Oh my God, terrible.
I was just reading what House of L comics. Is she gonna talk like Ozark? I can only imagine Silver Surfer talking like she talks.
Reed, give me the ultimate fucking nullifier right now. What's her name? Is it Julie Gardner or Jennifer Gardner?
Jennifer Gardner was Elektra.
That was good. All right, so this is, I think, Julie Gardner.
Julie
Cast
Gardner.
as
Who?
Yeah.
Let me look this person up.
Have you seen Ozark?
No.
I mean, she was a great actress.
Ozark? Come on, Remy.
That's a
I'm
fantastic
surprised.
That's a fantastic show, Remy Quinzel. Yo, watch Ozark. Anyway, she is a fantastic actress. She was cast as the Shalabal version of the Silver Surfer, which, if I am correct me if I'm wrong, that is the female Silver Surfer portrayed in the Earth X universe, in the Earth X story. Does that sound correct? No one gives a shit.
Does it really make a difference?
I think you just hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah,
nobody gives
nobody
a
fucks.
shit.
No. Nobody.
And that's
Never
the
seen this
problem.
person ever.
Everyone should give a shit that Silver Surfer is coming to the MCU. Like, it should be slinging Hail Marys to try to get people back and excited, and they just kick us in the silver front face of our crotch.
The silver codpiece.
Silver codpiece.
Yeah. One
I
comic's and dead.
her.
So she was only in one comic? Holy crap.
I like her, but man, what a choice to put that character in here and like spotlight it.
I wouldn't mind to see the Silver Surfer with a set of tits, all caps. That means big old titties.
Tiggle bitties.
What's up, John J-Med, my guy? Here's what I feel about the Silver Surfer. See, Joe says at this point with the MCU, I stopped giving a shit after Quantumania. That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, okay, like she's a fantastic actress. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she did her thing in Ozark. Arda, my guy, what is going on? Fantastic actress. Do we need
Helen
a
Mirren was
Shao
great in
version?
Helen Mirren was great in The Queen, when she did that movie a couple years ago. Why didn't they just cast her? Like, I don't know how many people I saw just like you hear a bad excuse and people that want to just like talk positive about something that's objectively stupid. And they're like,
Dr. Von Hoot.
She was good in this. Like, I know a lot of female actresses that were getting a lot of shit that has nothing to do with Silver Surfer or potentially being a good idea to do Shalabal. And the fact that they're doing her as the Silver Surfer means they're pulling from Earth X and not from 616. And we know that they're trying to do this stupid spin where the Fantastic Four in a different functioning universe and not just like the throwback retro thing like they started off with. And it's just stupid. We know that if they're doing this, they're going to have a story that's way too complex, way too damn good to be a one-off excuse to burn a Fantastic Four movie. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever.
The first thing that they had to do for me, like, it doesn't matter, like, whatever. If you set up the synopsis correctly, Fantastic Four is going to be set in an alternate universe, blah, 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 based off this version of the Silver Surfer. Like, that's all you have to say, this version, blah, blah. Nobody will give a shit, or people will be more forgiving and less, like, angry and stuff like that. That's all you have to say. Set it up with a synopsis or something like that before you start doing your casting, because then people are like, oh, shit, that's going to be dope. Pedro Pascal, oh, my God, rubbing shoulders with, I don't know, Captain America, blah, blah. Just set it up that would just give a synopsis so that
You know
people
what?
are ready for it.
You know, like my big problems with Ragnarok when it came out, which again, that's like my canary in the coal mine movie when it came to Marvel, was they took Ragnarok, which I love that story in the comics, like when Asgard was on Earth and that whole like actually playing with the real history of Thor and like bringing it to fruition. And then they took Planet Hulk, which is like it's Planet Hulk, you know, and they took those two epics because they just wanted to use like name and imagery, and they just like made them as hollow shells of themselves, unrecognizable, and burned them. Like, we're not doing those stories now. We've burned them. And the fact that they're going to like now they're toying with Earth X, like, yo, you're running out of quality material to do. Like, why are you doing this? So it's just knowing how it works. You know, Secret Invasion. You burned Secret Invasion. Why did you name that series that? Like, you could have done something with that, but you chose just to burn it.
I could have been somebody.
Yeah,
I could have been a contender.
That's what's happening here now. Like, now we're taking something else, and we know that it's getting burned. Like, we know that's the point of it now. It's unfortunate.
What are the rest of your reaction? Remy Q, Silver Surfer with tits, yay or nah?
Nah, I'm good. Pass.
Tyler, what say you about Shalabah, Silver Surfer, Shalabah?
Shalabah.
They better get something right at some point, story wise. So
M. Night Shalabah.
Nope. Well,
Nick,
I'm going to welcome another Galactus cloud. Thank you. Thank you, movies.
I'd take the cloud over this.
Yeah, I think in the end, it doesn't matter what the comic book people want. They want to try to,
but the people that are fans of the movies aren't even liking this anymore. So you're hitting nothing.
Yeah,
you know it.
I know. I see a lot of people in the chat like a Silver Surfer. Like, you know, people love Spider-Man. People feel strongly about their Superman. I don't feel there's a lot of people that feel strongly about Silver Surfer. I'm one of those people. Silver Surfer is one of my top 5 characters ever.
There's a lot of people that like Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and there's like one guy that's into this other character. So it's like, congratulations. You played yourself.
You played yourself. I just want to highlight my guy John right here. This happens when you get people that don't know or give a shit about the source material.
It's the same thing across the board. We've seen it with Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Marvel, any of these properties that Disney purchased and attempted to make stuff out of that had built-in fan bases. They don't listen to what worked. They didn't take any time to look back and study how these things survived as long as they had before they took them on, and they've done everything opposite of what they should have done to keep it going. Like, didn't we touch on it, how Star Wars went for like a decade without new material, like almost 10 solid years where you had nothing new, but just the fans' love of the original kept it alive, kept it making money. Like, and just like, if you don't recognize that, like, dude, you already have a success. All you have to do is listen to those people that have kept it alive and do what they like. And if other people enjoy it too, that's awesome. And if then you have a bunch of people that don't, who gives a shit? Let them find something they do like.
What do you mean, those people?
Those people, the fans.
I expected Nick to say, "What do you mean?" I saw Tropic Thunder the other day, so that's why that's the only reason I got the reference. You're absolutely right, sir. As always, I'm disappointed. A lot of Silver Surfer apathy. A lot of Silver Surfer apathy, which I'm not surprised about. It's not a character that people. I love the Silver Surfer, man.
I think he's one of those. He's definitely one of those massive underdog characters. He's like Lobo. Like, tons of people know who Lobo is. Lobo doesn't get a lot of comics. He doesn't get a lot of exposure, or Swamp Thing for that matter. Tons of freaking people know who a lot of these characters are, and they're just waiting. They're interesting, like visually, like there's just something about them that's captivating. You know what I mean? And people want more about it. And then they're like, "Yo, we should be getting Silver Surfer." Disney's like, "We got you covered, but we're gonna fuck it up. Here you go."
Yeah, I was watching the Silver Surfer animated series the other day, and like when Thanos came on, I was just like, "Oh shit, Thanos!" But then he had Skeletor's voice,
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna get you, Silver Surfer. He's like, what? No. What are you talking about? I love FF Cosmoro, but they did do Guardians. Yeah, that's true. Drax didn't even have his comeuppance against Thanos. Dr. Von Hood, I'm a street level guy. Marvel loses me when they go to space. There you go, Pops. I'm suffering from Disney Marvel apathy, aka don't give a shit. I guess this is Silver Surfer, but that Julia, whatever her name is, she's a fantastic actor. I just hope she speaks with that. But then the other rumor is about Silver Surfer because she's gonna be Shalabal. Lakeith Stanfield had tweeted something or posted something on IG. So you know Lakeith
Lakeith?
Stanfield,
Oh,
yeah, from Get Out, from Sorry to Bother You.
Another
So
great
he
actor.
had tweeted, I think it was something along the lines of, I thought that was supposed to be me, and then he deleted it. Leading people to assume that he'll be the cisgendered straight male counterpart. To Shalabah.
It's pretty good. I'd
I
watch
would
So-
love him.
Yeah,
Then
that'd be
deleted
great.
it.
That'd be great. They could do that too. Like if it was the female Silver Surfer, and then like he came out as like the male version, and then Mephisto would come in there because we've been waiting for him for like 10 years. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And then Omega
Yeah.
Red,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mega Red. Yeah, he's gonna be in the next one too. Yeah.
Blue Marvel.
Yeah. There's a lot of big spec on this stuff.
Yeah, we did get Omega Red, not in the Disney stuff, but he was in Deadpool 2 in the jail. He was one of the inmates.
Was that regular Omega Red?
Omega Red 100% was one of the inmates in the Supermax prison with him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Evil's Comic says, I'm with Pops, X-Men 97, giving me a little hope that Disney's getting back on track. But this news, nope. Back to nope. X-Men 97, did you guys see this week's episode? And ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't seen it, we're probably going into spoilers. So just warning you, X-Men 97. Remy Q always goes first on the X-Men 97.
Couldn't wait for this. I've been championing this show. I was wrong. This took a turn for the worse. In the worst possible way. It's a throwaway episode. I hope it. Maybe we can only go up from here, but this was terrible. Next,
Terrible. Why was it terrible?
horrible. It was. What was good about this episode? Nothing. There's
Right,
nothing
it
good
is.
about this episode. Yeah, the nostalgia came. It went. You fooled me. I've been to the puppet show and I've seen the strings. Cuba Gooding Jr. Thank you.
Yeah, you can't mention Cuba Gooding Jr. He's on the list.
Oh shit! I don't know the list.
Is he on the
I
list?
really like the list.
He was in the Diddy documents. I don't know. He's accused too.
Was he really?
Um,
I didn't know that.
They got
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Chicken shit, chicken shit, chicken shit.
And there are many trash episodes in the original series. There is. I'm so mad the naked silver CGI person is gonna have boobs and no wang. There you go. There you go. We need that silver wang, baby. Tyler, what say you about this X-Men 97?
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, I saw the first two.
First two, so you're missing 3 or 4. You haven't seen it. Nick, Remy, go again, Remy.
There was one redeeming thing in the whole episode.
Go.
There was a shot where Jubilee flicks down her sunglasses, and in the reflection, you could see Mojo. That was a cool touch. So for that 1 second, and then the visual of that, it didn't make up for the rest of the episode. That was terrible.
Nick, what say you?
I take my cues from Remy Q. Terrible.
Terrible, really. Mark, what say you, X-Men 97? Did you see it?
Well,
Terrible. Wow.
The Reds scored right in the first inning. It was kind of worrisome for a while. Went for like a no pointer after a while, but when we got to the 5th inning, the Mets came back and then with a strong 7th and 8th. But then we started getting worried again when the Reds scored in the 9th. But we actually shut them out, and we were able to win 3-2. Go Mets!
What?
Yep. There you
Really?
go. In the face of an earthquake.
Mark
listen to
Mark
that.
isn't a sports fan, but he's a fan of the team that no one likes in sports.
The Marvel,
What's wrong with
the MCU of the MLB.
Let me translate that for other people that don't sports. Fuck Disney.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wow. So you don't even give X-Men
Bro,
97.
no, I love the first 2 episodes. They have a fair shake. They Disney curveballed in the third, and I'm telling y'all, I got spider sense when it comes to Disney shit, and I'm telling you,
You don't have
it's
super
only
sense?
going to continue to get worse with little
Spider
scenes
sense.
You don't
scenes
have
of grandeur.
super sense?
Mark
No,
gave
I have
me the
spider-
warnings, and I was so happy. I was riding the wave, and I was like, "Nah, he's wrong on this one." And damn it, 100% you were right, sir. I apologize.
And Nick, it is a
was
spider
rude
sense
and
because I'm
insensitive
not
of
as good
me.
as Superman.
So I didn't like the two-parter that the episode was cut into 2 parts. I was never a fan of that. This was one of those throwaway episodes. Like back in the day, you would have like the one episode focusing on a character that nobody really cared about. I didn't think the Mojo episode from back in the day was that good. I didn't hate this one. The Mojo one, I thought it was cute. I thought in the video game stuff, the way they did it was cool. It was whatever. I am watching this as I'm playing this painting app on my phone. So, however, the Storm episode was I lost complete interest in Storm and Forge. Like nobody wants to see Storm and Forge. We want to see Wolverine and fucking.
I want
It
to see
was hold up,
Wolverine
Remy
and Morph. I'm pushing for the
clapping
Wolverine
cheeks.
Morph to happen. Yeah, that's got to happen.
It was hilarious, and to come full circle about fucking death. When they told Magneto something, oh, your parents never throw you a birthday party, and he was like, my parents perished. Remy Q, go. I apologize. Hold up, time out, Remy Q. Time out. Wrong, Cliff. Wrong. No one
wrong.
wants Storm and Forge.
You're in the
No
wrong.
one. Not a one. No one wants Storm and Forge, sir.
Who the
No
fuck
one.
is Shroud?
I would rather.
X-Men 186, classic Barry Windsor Smith cover. Come on, some people want it.
I would rather have watched a camera pointed at your phone while you painted by numbers while watching the episode and just hearing it in the background than actually watching it. I would have been more
Wow.
entertained from watching you paint by numbers.
Oh, spoiler alert for the episode, ladies and gentlemen. This is. I'm so sorry. Yeah, shout out to Comic Journey. What is going on, Comic Journey? Forge sucks ass. Yeah, that second half of the episode was like terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. I'm not. Yeah. There you go. I like Jubilee's part. It was fun, but I get the hate. I do too. This is probably summing up the way I feel, E-Man. But the Forge and Storm, ew.
I wonder how
Gross.
much and this is like I'm just on I wonder how much goes into like making these things these days that they want to have moments that are clippable for social media aspect because these things are monetized on social media. Those little clips you see from legitimate actual big following social media accounts, those are monetized accounts. They make money just like how social media models do, how they want to do anything they can to get more views and follows and likes and stuff. So do these big companies, they put out this show, but they're also making money via their social media stuff. I wonder how much is intentionally made to get clippable moments as well. Like, here's this show. I need 2 clippable scenes from it for us to post on this day and that day before the next episode when we get 2 more. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if any of that actually has to factor in now. I mean, you'd be a dumbass not to factor that kind of stuff in, right? Because that's money.
I think you would have to. I've never even thought about that.
I didn't either till right now because I was thinking I bet this show goes to hell, but they give you 1 or 2 good moments that get you remember those good moments and forget the trash. But that's got to be by design too, because financially they need those moments. As they lost $5 billion in shares in the last week.
5 billion
With a B.
With
Last
a
time I
B.
checked, and that's been days.
Like Ryan B. Brown, who's a
with
complete
a
jerk.
B when they announced that they're going to keep the same board members and not give any seats up to Nelson Peltz. Same day they announced the Silver Surfer news. If you go look at their share, you can see where they announce it. It goes straight down, just dropped.
Izzyverse says, I can't complain about X-Men 97. It's a Jubilee episode, so I had to love it.
There you go, Izzy. There you go. Get it
So
where you can,
episode one,
dude. Get it where you can.
Yeah, I don't think it's trash at all.
I like the first two a lot. I like them a lot.
Episode 3 was good. It was. I have to watch that one again because I was halfway paying attention. I enjoyed it though. It was like a lot going on, and I watched it like literally before we got on here last Friday. So I was like rushing to get everything done, but I enjoyed it. This episode, like the Forge stuff, whatever. But speaking of X-Men, did you find gentlemen on the panel, minus Tyler? Did you see that giant size X-Men #1 CGC 9.9, graded 9.9 on March 14th, 2024? Giant size X-Men #1 graded a 9.9. How does that happen?
Why am I left out?
They implemented a pre-screen for it. That's what happened.
I only left you out because I said gentlemen, and you're a rapscallion.
What is that?
I don't
Ooh.
What do you think? All right, Tyler, you're back in the fold.
What am I supposed to? There's a 9.9.
Do you think this was done on the up and up? A giant size X-Men from, when did that come out? 1980? Is it 1980? 79? Giant size X-Men #1 in a CGC 9.9. That means this book that's 45, 46 years old, however old it is as close to perfection as you're going to get, fresh hot off the presses. How is that possible? With the giant spine roll that it has, that you can see the whole fucking side on the front, how is it possible that this thing received a 9.9?
I guess I don't know what you're asking. You think there's something up with it?
He's saying it's clear in his statement. He's saying it's definitely not a 9.9. Why did it get given a 9.9?
Oh, I know that. Oh,
Remy Q, go.
All right. So CGC recently was under a bunch of heat that I didn't even know about until I came on in the mix. And you guys were like, oh, there's a big stink about CGC. And then the internet bullies started picking on them. And they were like, oh, we got to fix this. And they were like, 9.9. Let's make an X-Men 9.9. So thanks, internet bullies.
It came out in 1975. Thank you, Joe.
Even older.
Even older. So this 87-year-old book, because that's the math, right? 1970.
Yeah, that adds up. Yeah,
all right.
That clears.
Close. I don't know.
This 150-year-old received a 9.9.
Just say
CGC is awesome. CGC is awesome bullshit. Remy Q, you are no swaggle house. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Because we love Remy Q. 49 years old.
Give or take.
I don't know.
Hey, so what's the difference between a 9.8 and a 9.9?
We'll never
about 30 to 40 grand, cocksucker beat it.
All right, Jesus.
0.1.
I mean, we got books from the 60s that are 9.8.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with the book from 1975 getting a 9.9. I think it's hard to even judge it on just looking at the pictures of it. I looked at a picture of it. The shit looks sharp as fuck. I didn't sit there and dissect it under a microscope or zoom in or anything, just a casual glance. It looked sharp as fuck. It really did. And if someone had a 9.8 copy out there and they wanted to get it like resubmitted and looked at, and the fact that they have it for these promotional pictures and these, it had to be intentionally picked to run through the screen to see if it qualifies by the standards they're setting now that they're setting the standards for it. Because for the longest time, you can't deny the fact that they overlooked the 9.9s in the 10.0 category and went straight to 9.8. That's just what the company did. They're changing up their practices. It isn't a matter of look how they fucked up now. They're changing their practices, and it is what it is. You get with it or you don't. You like it or dislike it. Doesn't really matter. But If that's what the standard of a 9.9 is, that's what they're going for.
That book should have never been a 9.9 because of the spine. You can see how it rolls, and you can see the entire the back on the front.
That's how those 70s books are. That little, I know what you're talking about. It would be like with the spine words. Those aren't, that doesn't actually live on the spine of a book. It lives on the front of the book. It looks like it's supposed to would be the spine of the book, but the staples are on the side. I have a lot of Kirby era DC books like that are slabbed up and stuff, like where it looks like what would be like a spine label, but it does live on the front of the book.
What the hell's my? Hold on, but it's funny because I have like all my slabs right here. Oh no, it's over there. No. Real quick, DJ, by your math, that makes me 230 years old. Fun fact: Pops was the third captain on the Santa Maria.
Drinking sangria.
Shouldn't the highest possible standard be a 10? Absolutely. Do you think now with the influx of 9/9s, somebody had said there's like House of L said 9/9s have been increasing every month for 6 months. When are people gonna be like, damn, you're 9/8, that shit is whack, yo? Like when do you think is like that shit is whack, yo? That time period is gonna come into play. Like a 9/8, ugh.
Like if anyone wants to know what we're talking about with the spine, just Google New Gods issue number 7. Like that's the example that I had like in my mind when I first like really thought about that, because those New God era books, they have that. It looks like it's supposed to live on the spine of a book, but it wasn't even a square bound book. Those are supposed to live on the far.
It's not a square bound.
No,
just randomly have it sitting.
That's not spinal. It's just part of the cover design for the 70s.
Yeah,
DC and Marvel both were doing it.
This is what I was talking about.
Resubmit it.
I might be wrong.
Resubmit it.
9/9.
Send that in for a 9/9 pre-screen just to fuck with.
You think it? I'm gonna send it to Dustin first to see if he can up it.
Well, then you might actually get the 9/9.
I might get a 10.
Yeah.
Yo, this does not. This is
the percentages for like the amount of 9/9s given and 10s given would have to drastically increase to really lower what a 9/8 is. Because if they're only giving it like less than 1% of the time, there aren't going to be enough out there to get enough people to start buying 9/9s instead of 9/8s. But if it goes way up, then it could.
And I think it depends on what kind of book is a 9/9.
What do you mean?
Like if it's going to be like cardstock books or metal covers or specific foils.
Or desirable books too, right? Because I mean, a lot of like during the COVID era, especially 9/9s were selling of just anything. People just wanted the case with the grade on it. They didn't really give a shit what the book was.
Why am I so big? What the hell?
I don't think that's really the case as much anymore.
House of L says, I saw the X-Men, referring to that giant size X-Men, and it has a tear on the top by the X-Men. It was a 9.4 at best. If it has a tear, that's not a 9.9. Unless it starts at a 10, right? That's what PGX does. It starts at a 10, and then for every imperfection, you drop off half of a grade or whatever. Not a half.
Well, CBC put out that video explaining the process, and that's what they were doing. They were starting up there and working their way down.
I didn't see that video. I have no. Oh, speaking of videos, and sorry to change topics really quickly. Did anybody see that Spider-Verse cartoon thing that they released, the short film?
Yep.
Tyler, what say you? I didn't see it either. Mark didn't see it. Remy didn't see it. Tyler, what said you about
it? Nick, you go first.
Nick, go first.
I didn't think it was anything meaningful. It was a little bit heartfelt just to see what Miles goes through and deals with as a regular teenage boy. Was it a big deal? No. Do you need to see it? No.
Did it have?
Will people ever pick Miles over Superman? Probably not.
Oh, that's a hell no. But it wasn't even like three. No thwip. No thwip. How long was it?
Like 7 or 8 minutes. 7 minutes.
7 to 8 minutes. No thwip.
So I really like short films like that. I think you can really make something good in such a short amount of time. Like a lot of the Pixar shorts, I'm sure a bunch of you saw that when you went and saw old Disney movies or whatever. A lot of those were really fun. This was like almost felt like a cut scene. There's just nothing there. Nothing.
It was what?
It wasn't. It's just nothing. Like, why did they actually spend time on this?
I think it was a project by Kevin Love and his production company just to see if they can do it.
Well, they
Kinda
did it.
tagged
They
them big,
didn't
so.
do it well at all. I don't think it told a story or a thought or anything.
Was this all AI?
No, I don't think so. I guess whatever they do for the normal movie.
That they had AI. They did a lot of AI. So it was. I think if Mark would know more about this, but with the Beyond, what was the second one? Across the Spider-Verse. So it's like you start a thing, you end the thing, and then it fills it in the middle.
Yeah,
Not the
then
entire thing, obviously.
Probably.
Oh, what is that, Nick? Hold on. What the hell is that?
This is AI, isn't it?
That is. That's why I would never produce those.
Pop
stickers
said
again.
it was more like a PSA for mental health awareness. I honestly, I didn't even think about that, but you're probably right. I was just kind of confused.
Yeah, that was AI. Then you got to stick around as well. That's the original DJ Links logo thing. Look at you flexing. Look at you guys flexing. Oh shit! Look at you guys flexing. Yo, all right, that's enough flexing, bro.
The sticker
So-
budget is incredible.
So those the AI ones, I'd sent out those to get like a test print, and those I will never get those like printed again. Like that was so whoever has them, those are
don't
Limited
like 'em?
edition, baby. That means they're worth more.
wow. I would never get those.
You don't like them or what?
No, they weren't my thing. I don't like the whole AI stuff. The meaning of it was to show how someone with mental issues describes what they experience and how they don't know how to tell someone what they are going through to say it had no meaning to it.
But it wasn't that good. Like
Yeah.
I understand.
Shows you really weren't paying attention to it. I mean, like, just be,
Okay.
Slam
Go
dunk.
watch that and go watch the beginning of Up and tell me what's better. Like
the beginning of Up
something
is
can
like,
make sense and not be good. That wasn't good.
Did anybody not cry in the first 10 minutes of Up?
No, they killed me.
Exactly. It's meaningful and everything that's happening is relatable and well done.
So I think Joe, for Tyler saying, like, someone went into this with a purpose, but the product wasn't meaningful.
yeah.
They
You can
had
definitely have a good,
purpose.
the execution probably. But you could still have a purpose and a message and everything is just the execution.
It's like all Disney shit
Just
now.
didn't-
They all have a purpose and a message and they all fucking suck. Like,
You are
congratulations. Oh, you didn't get this message? Yeah, I fucking got it. It sucked. It sucked. I watched the Marvels. It sucked. The 7 people who tell me it was good, they don't look at things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it added a new dimension to Miles, but do I really care about it? No.
Neither is your dancing, Tyler. Jesus Christ.
That's Rob's
Rob
fault.
keeps
I don't know
showing
why
it.
Rob keeps showing that.
Yeah, I pray for Lisa.
Dito.
Lisa has to see that naked.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
We've all seen it
God.
naked.
Good Lord.
Oh shit. All right, I'll check it out now that I know that it has a nice message behind it.
It's
else we got,
probably like 5 minutes or less with the beginning and end credits. It's really quick.
Oh, House of L has a good question. Any clue on that big time collectibles April mystery gold, the CGC in the gold members box? So they're releasing. It's only going to be that one slab in that box. It's not a mystery box from Big Time Collectibles, and it's an error. And do we know what that error is?
We do not.
There you go. Rob shows us to punish us. It reflects his contempt for humanity. Let's do this stuff and let's get out of here. I gotta hit the road. I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning, man. Go ahead, Vermin Q.
Hit the road.
We didn't talk about this last week, and I feel like
Go ahead,
we're
let's
not
talk
gonna
about
talk about it this week.
No,
Can
we are.
just
Go
very briefly talk about Invincible.
ahead. The floor is
Mike-
yours, sir.
Am I the last person watching Invincible?
I
I
haven't
watched
seen
it
the
today.
last episode yet.
You're the only person watching Invincible.
I take it back. I retract all previous statements.
No, talk about it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. We'll talk about it another time. Let's talk about it on Thursday at 9:00.
Shit, I
It's
wanted
been
to know if you liked it.
Do you like
Yeah.
it?
Yes, it's currently the best animated series out.
Better
That's it.
than Storm and Forge?
Yes. Yes.
I have to watch. I have to watch that thing. You know what I just watched them actually this week? We binged True Detective Night Country with
Is
Jodie
that the newest
Foster.
one?
That is the newest one. That is the newest one.
Good or no?
Has anyone in the chat seen True Detective Night Country? Before I say my thoughts.
I've heard a lot
I
of
just
good
want-
stuff about it. Seeing people talking highly of it. I thought it wrapped up a few weeks ago though, because I stopped seeing so much about it.
It did. It was only 6 issues. I'm on the fence. Like it started off good, first episode, but they were leaning heavy into sort of like a supernatural element, which I thought was weird. So it kind of immediately took me out of the whole True Detective world because it's supposed to be super grounded. Yeah, Marty says it fizzled out. And then the last the middle episodes were shot beautifully, acting is great and stuff like that. And then like the way it ended, it ended good, but it was like,
I wanted to mention a rumor about Joker.
Go ahead.
So Joker 2 is coming out this year. When is it coming out? I don't remember.
October,
But
I think.
on the poster, it says the world is a stage.
Mhm.
And the rumor is, I'm sure you've probably already heard that it's going to be a musical.
15 songs.
And that there's going to be mostly or over half are going to be covers of songs.
Okay.
They're going to do covers of popular songs in Joker 2.
I would imagine. I don't know. What would say the rest of you? Rebecca, what's your reaction to this popular covered songs in Joker 2?
I'm waiting for the hook. Are there aliens? I don't. What's
I
the
just
hook?
think
No.
that's so weird.
Why would you think that's weird?
From the Joker, the first Joker movie, to hearing that this second one is going to be a full-on musical with covers of songs, popular songs.
You
It
don't
sounds like it could be fucking terrible.
It also sounds like it could be the greatest thing in the history of mankind.
Ooh.
It makes me think of that Pan movie with Hugh Jackman. Isn't that who it is? Where he
He played
sings
Hook.
the Nirvana song. I don't know. I have a bad feeling.
Did you know he played the captain before Hook, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
Just picture Joker and Harley singing "Shallow."
Well, it's like
Ooh, yeah.
it's an older movie though. Wouldn't it be older songs?
I
How
think
old,
it'll
though?
be just. I don't think so because
To me, that'd be worse if they're doing a movie set in the 90s or something, and they do Shakira's song from 2012.
No, but if it's set in like the Joker's demented mind,
forever, when to be together. I'll
It's
be
kind of
there
like,
and you'll be
did you see
near.
Great
yeah,
Gatsby?
see,
Great
I don't-
Gatsby. Baz Luhrmann did Great Gatsby. And he put,
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
I
Horrible.
loved it. The modern
Really?
music in it really like
Terrible.
threw me off.
When
I
the
think
Jay Z
it
song started
elevated
playing,
it.
horrible. I hated
I
that
love
movie. By
that
the way.
movie.
I like Baz Luhrmann though. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me too.
Like
I do. I thought Elvis was great. I hated fucking The Great Gatsby. It's probably because I like the book so much.
I don't know. I thought he did a
Well, it
good
was
job. Like the way that
I can't get jiggy with the shit.
look what he did with Romeo and Juliet. He like took like the old school style lyrics and just put it on a modernized visual. So it still had that extreme two different angles. You know, like with Great Gatsby, he did the reverse of that. It looked the time era, but they brought in like the modern music. It makes for a unique experience, and I don't expect everyone to be like, oh, that was amazing. But like when Paris pulls out his gun and he's like, "Behold my sword," you know. I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's Mrs. I don't think I've ever seen it. Again, that's one of those things. Yeah, that's Madeline's Mrs. Lings. That's one of her favorite movies
It's
with
so good,
Leo and Claire Danes, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember
Paul Rudd.
when I saw he was pulled out, he was like, "Look at my sword," and then he pulls out the gun. I was just like,
in the first 5 seconds, the dad's like, "Hand me my longsword," and he reaches up for like a rifle.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome.
Yes.
It's so cool.
This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
That was my exact reaction to that. I was just like, "What is this, Mrs. Links?" Like, I'd rather watch the fucking autopsy videos.
So good.
All right, let's remind these people what we're giving away, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to. I guess I have to see Romeo and Juliet, but chat. We are going to give this stuff away. Rook Exodus #1.
Anger.
Redcoat #1.
Anger.
Wait, what? Oh, Geiger.
Real
Geiger.
quick though, Remy, did you get a chance to pick these up and read them? I know that Remy was one of the few people that were ahead of the curve and
I have not read them or picked them up, but I do have them set aside.
Nice.
I
canceled all my pull lists, but I requested these books to be put aside. So
nice.
All right, let me. Oh, I don't want to.
I legit think you'll have a really good time reading all, like, especially Redcoat. I think you'll like Redcoat a lot. It's really fun.
Redcoat was dope. I really was surprised, I guess, because in the Ghost Machine, the story in Ghost Machine with Rook Exodus, it didn't hit me as much. But I really enjoyed Rook Exodus.
I'm so excited for issue 2 to drop.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's going to be amazing because I don't think they're just going to sing like random songs. I think it's going to be, they're going to have to sing songs that have to, for me, this is the way I would do it. You're getting away from the cops and then you're singing like a get away from the cops type song, or they start singing fuck the police or something.
I know if that's a musical, I'm going to wait till it's on Max.
They're running from the cops. Bad boys. What you going to do?
Then it becomes a Wendy's.
That should be dope. So if they do modern music, it'll completely take you out of it, Tyler, is what you're telling me.
I think it could. I don't really know what to expect. The trailer is going to tell me a lot. The other thing, will the trailer show the music being played, or is it going to do what the Mean Girls remake did and show none of the music? Because musicals typically don't do well in theaters.
I think they'd have to show some of it, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm interested.
I'm a musical fan.
I wonder how much it's just Todd Phillips wanting to do new stuff, because doing Joker was a new direction that he went in, and he probably had a blast. And he's like, what else can I try that I haven't done before? And after Joker 1 being in like a $75 million budget, R-rated, $1 billion success.
Oh,
like,
shit.
All the actors can sing, so they get away with it.
Wonka was a musical?
Yeah, Wonka's a musical.
It's actually really solid.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
might not be your jam, but it's really well done.
No, now I want to see it.
Wonka is fantastic.
Me and the wife and the kids watched it.
I need to see it.
It's just delightful. Like, that director is delightful. What I was going to say about what Mark
was saying, the old ass grandmother. You about to put a pie on the ledge or something? It was delightful.
He doesn't like pie. No, but seriously, that's the only way to describe it. I forget his name, but he directed Paddington and Paddington 2. Like, that is how you describe Paddington.
Yeah, I heard Paddington 2 is the shit.
Yeah.
It was delightful.
Who
doesn't like pie?
But like Mark was saying, it was a $75 million budget and like $1 billion movie. Another thing about this one, I think it's a $200 million budget, which if it makes $1 billion, it's not going to matter. But if you're over doubling the budget and then we're making it a musical, we'll see. I think there's a big we'll see.
Wow. Y'all remember when Diddy dressed like the Joker for Halloween and got a cease and desist? I think the Joker costume was the least of his problems. For me, I love musicals. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorite movies of all time.
The Greatest Showman is fantastic.
I need to watch that.
My God, that is so good.
In
Watch
the
it.
gutter. The gutter?
Gotta.
Gutter.
I met
It's a
him.
Yeah, the
night
first
walk.
Joker won Oscars too. Yeah, that's right. Movie
Yep.
one like Hakeem won and it won Best Picture, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it
I
did
went
that.
I don't
cheap and
think it won
tasteless
Best Picture. I don't
outfits.
even remember.
Not
it.
nice ones like this. Lift up your head. Wash off your mascara.
So
Here, take my Kleenex. Wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face.
That is
Here is the
exactly
morning.
what I said after the movie, Austin.
What?
Yeah, it was nominated
Fucking
for
good.
5 and won 2 for Best Actor and Best Score, but it was nominated for Best Picture Director and Cinematography. So it was a massive success.
Tyler also sees animated birds fly around his house. It was delightful.
I just start whistling.
Yeah. The Song of the South. Yo, what's the other Lady Gaga movie? Like,
That is
A
a
Star-
great film.
A Star is Born. Bro. You
It's
guys
really
all
good.
seen A Star? I know Mark's seen it. You guys have seen A Star is Born?
yeah.
Yeah, who hasn't?
I don't know. Nick probably, because he's like, I'm not watching this shit.
You had
You haven't
mentioned
seen
before,
that?
I ain't watching that shit.
You've never seen A Star is Born?
What, the one with Chris Christopherson?
Nah, Chris Christopherson. What kind of old shit is that, B?
Jesus Christ.
Did they even have music like that?
No, that movie.
You have Blade?
That movie's lighting the slippers, kid. Come on.
Oh shit!
Which one?
Oh,
Oh,
Lady
all, them,
Gaga?
all of them musicals is lighting the slippers.
Nah,
You don't like any
bugging.
musicals?
Yo.
What about
Purple
Sound of
Rain,
Music?
musicals like Nick skips leg day.
Oh, shit.
Yo, I haven't. I've been pairing it with Shoulders Day. I ain't skipping it.
Oh shit! Yeah. Heroes
Yeah.
Con.
I'm not afraid to say this, right? So Star is Born was an emotional movie. We saw it in the theater. I love musicals. I'm like all sad and shit. And
Right
then
in
at
the
the
fucking-
end, no. And then at the end,
He said, "No."
no.
Gay Rampage Cliff is coming.
Get him, Cliff. Get him, Cliff. Get him. My money's on Cliff. Yo, and then when she's singing the final song, and then it switches to Bradley Cooper doing the acapella on the piano. Yo, that shit fucking broke my heart, man. I highly recommend this. Let's give away this thing, and then we're gonna give away the other thing in a second. Good luck to everybody. It's too late. Good luck to everybody. This is for the Ghost Machine books, and I'm going to wind up sending that out on Monday. Collectors!
Let's go.
Congrats, sir. I'll send it out next week with that other thing. There's I'll send it out with that, and then we are going to. Let me just share my screen again. Wheel of Names. Well, I guess before I share the screen, hold up. Let me just remind everybody what they could win. So Link Squad, I'm going to enter the Link Squad into this. This is Spidey's Powder Tumbler. I won this from Spidey's Powder Tumblers. So, I win stuff and I just give it right back to the community. Just warning, there's a bunch of Newton rings over here. So when you get it, you're going to be like, oh my God, what is that? It's just a bunch of Newton rings, but it's free.
Oh, that 9.8. Yuck.
Anybody else find it coincidental that a guy named Will Jack draws women so perfectly?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't get that, Nick.
His name's Will Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like he will Jack, like it's.
Couldn't he go by Bill?
Will I am.
Or Willie?
All right, so because Esteban just called me soft because I admitted that I cried in that film. What's the last film that you cried in? And be honest. Unless you say, I've never cried in a movie before. Nick, what's the last? Well, let's go to Nick last because he's a man's man. Remy Q. What's the last movie you cried in, sir?
I'm not gonna lie to you. After last week's episode, I watched Enemy Mine. Can't do it, man. I can't do
You
it.
cried. Tyler, what was the
Niagara
last?
Falls.
I can't believe this is my real answer.
It's
But
your real answer. You have to-
probably Titanic.
recently, or but when
In the last like year.
and you cried,
Dude, that's sad.
you little bitch.
And Nick,
It's a
you
great
gotta
movie.
see Titanic, man.
I
Yeah.
watched that.
Really? Please.
I'd rather watch
Hey,
Maniac Cop before I watch Titanic.
Wakanda forever. I'm just teasing. I've cried in movies. Yo, it's nothing wrong with crying. Nothing
I
wrong
don't-
with crying in movies.
I don't know if that's joking or legit, because either way it works. You
Wow.
can cry at the beginning because it's sad, or the end because it was so bad.
Nick, what did you cry in?
I cried a lot of movies.
The last one.
I can't remember the last one.
Ricky,
Wakanda
Nicky?
Forever, probably.
No.
Forever?
With what's her name? Angela Bassett floating in the water. That shit got to me, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how you get drowned in a building. Like,
And the top four of a goddamn building.
yeah, I don't know how you drown in a skyscraper.
Namor.
Whatever. Mark, what was the last movie you shed a tear in?
You know, wasn't even watching the whole movie, but just watching like a short or a reel that caught me off guard of the End of the Iron Giant. Seen it 1,000 times,
Oh yeah.
but when the way it was cut and edited together, like with Hogarth telling them, "You are who you choose to be," and then it cuts to him taking off and closing his eyes and just saying the words, "Spider-Man." Oh, I'm sorry, Superman.
Full circle! Oh, shit.
No,
You
but
son
no,
of a-
that's the truth. Is catching a clip from that. It gets me emotional. That movie just is a absolute perfect film. It's a 10 out of 10, and that moment just delivers flawlessly.
See, this is one of those things where I will not watch this movie.
No.
Marley and Me.
Oh,
I cannot. I can't. I know that, and the same thing with like
Yeah.
I don't what are called Friends that in the rain or something. Like anything that has to deal with a pet passing, I refuse to watch that. Give me another autopsy video all day. Faces of Death, eating monkey brains. I will not watch a movie with an animal passing.
Yo, and anytime somebody hurts the animal in the movie, I get pissed at that character.
What
I
about
automatically-
I Am Legend?
With
Oh,
Sam.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm Legend.
That
This
threw a
Martin-
curveball when you
That's
find
right.
out that Sam was really Samantha and named after his kid. Like, yeah,
Yeah, this right here, What Dreams May Come.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to watch. For me, it's my favorite Robin Williams movie. I've never been a big Robin Williams fan, if I'm going to be
Watch a
honest. but
stand up then.
this movie, right? It's too erratic for me. Last movie I cried in, like I weeped like a bitch. The Notebook. Saw The Notebook for the first time a couple of months ago,
Oh,
and at the end, yeah, I was crying. I was making the noises. I was doing all that shit, everything. I fucking reached over, grabbed Mrs. Lynx, and we're both fucking crying in tears, like holding each other and shit. I was just like, "Don't leave me." And she was just like, "I'm just going to
Marty
the
brings
bathroom."
up one. It's not a movie, but Remy's Publix newscast when Nora saw Dan the last day before he passed. Really surprised me, threw me for a loop.
That was rough. And that is a huge testament to just how Augusta, Georgia is the greatest place in America.
Hey, I gave you a shout out.
Yeah. I caught it on the rewind room.
I appreciate it, sir.
Godzilla -1. See, that one it didn't because it was super predictable. So I was just like,
Ain't
That
nobody
had me
predicted that
pumping my
girl was
fist
alive,
at the
bro.
end, not crying.
Ain't nobody
was like-
predicted that girl was alive.
oh, I didn't care at that point. I was just like, whatever. Like it didn't get me. I was just like, I
Yeah,
cried out. when I
Godzilla
seen this.
-1 got the entire room I was in, including me.
Yeah, that Fast and Furious too, man. When they started playing that, the Wiz Khalifa song, and everybody was just like, "What the fuck?" And then Brian rolls up next to Dom Toretto,
Yeah.
and nobody saw that.
Number
shit coming.
7, then when they part ways at the end.
Yeah, I cried out how bad Big Fish was. Yeah, Taylor Winder. The first movie I ever remember crying in was E.T. And I was little, and I remember when that shit, I was playing it for some reason. I was just freaking like super crying. Joe Michael says Ghostbusters Afterlife finale. I cried watching it because it came out after my mom passed away from cancer. We both love Ghostbusters, and she really wanted to see it before she left as well. Sorry to hear that, man.
That comment about got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joe Michaels.
Extremely loud and incredibly close was another one.
That's the way you talk when you're around people.
That's true.
The terminal. And Joe coming with a comment. The Fault in Our Stars. You guys ever seen The Fault in Our Stars?
That one got me for sure.
That's the worst movie in the history of the world.
What? How?
Wait, do you cry at what was it? What was the first Bradley Cooper movie? Oh, Wedding Crashers.
Yes,
Cry at
Man.
that one too. Was it Yes Man?
Yeah, he was in Yes Man.
Yes, man. No, when I was saying Fault in Our Stars, I didn't actually mean that it was the worst movie of all time. Just like Joe, I lost my mother to cancer, and that one came out, I want to say like 2 years, or even the same year I lost my mother, I think. And it's all about cancer. And it's with they're two kids, I think they're like late teens or maybe early 20s. And they're all in like this cancer treatment facility. They all have cancer. And then there's one scene because one of them, they all have terminal cancer. And I forgot his name, but the Ansel Elgort, his character, he's the first one that they know he's going to die. So they give him his eulogy. So they go to the church and they eulogize him with him there. It is the saddest thing, and I'm fucking getting choked up just fucking talking about it. That one was sad. All right, let's give this fucking thing away before I lose it here. Good luck, Link Squad. As always, if you're interested in joining the Link Squad, hit that join button on the thing down below.
Stop.
$4.99 a month. Thank you very much.
I wonder if that's what Nora did for Dan on her last day seeing him. Eulogized him.
Oh man.
Coming to Texas.
Trent the Shipping Guru. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
I will get that in the mail on Monday.
Oh, I remember the first movie. Oh, I don't even know why I'm saying this. I saw my dad cry. I don't have no idea why I just said this out loud. We were watching. I was really young. We were watching. I forget what it's called. The Brian Piccolo movie.
Yo.
So is that The Longest Yard?
No. You know what I'm talking about with Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo? Dude, that was rough.
I was literally thinking about Armageddon, and Marty put it in there. That's just legit. When Harry has a phone call with his daughter back on Earth, and then in the moment he pushes the button, his life flashes before his eyes from her to a kid, even like the possible future that he's missing out on. That was a good ending. Yeah. That was a good movie.
There it is. Brian's song.
What's his name? The Champ. When the kid is just like, don't go.
That was John Voight, right?
Yeah, John Voight, and I think it was a young Ricky Schroeder. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, Joe Michael, thank you for sharing your story, man. That's a personal story, so I appreciate you sharing it with the group.
Started crying and crying. Good show, DJ.
You ever see Hardball with Keanu Reeves, where he's got service to that
with G Baby?
I've never not cried.
Man, G Baby, and that
when he does the eulogy.
Did you say Moneyball?
Hardball.
Moneyball was fantastic.
I'm about to cry at the thought of Moneyball because that shit was fucking trash. No. I hate that movie. I hate it.
Have you seen Hardball, DJ? You've never seen Hardball?
I've seen Hardball, yes, sir, with Keanu Reeves. Yeah. We watched it not so long ago. Whatever. That shit is like the worst movie ever. Again, it's like, my feels.
I never watched Hardball.
But it's really not like that, the whole movie.
It's hilarious. You're just not ready for it when it happens.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know what movie I watched for the first time this week? The Warriors.
Come out.
Everybody was talking about that, and I watched that. It was all right.
What? Hold up. What?
Dig it.
It was all right. When was the last time you watched it? Be honest. It wasn't recently.
No,
It wasn't recently.
no, it sure wasn't.
The Warriors, yeah, that's like a once a year watch. Of course, DJ doesn't like a movie where people with no money compete with people. I don't get that reference, sir. I'll have
like
my
it.
butler explain it to me.
Becker's been on DJ all day long. I love it.
I don't get that one.
Speaking of Moneyball, the A's are moving out of Oakland after this year, and they're going to some random city for like 3 years because Las Vegas can't take them yet. And the owner was like, I can't wait to see him play in the stadium, see Aaron Judge hit home runs here. Like, what are you even saying?
Everybody but the A's.
Dude, the A's are the clowns of sporting events. Terrible.
Worse than the Mets?
Yeah, definitely worse because the Mets at least try and fail. The A's don't even try.
Yeah.
And they have a big fan base that wants them to.
The Mets didn't fail today,
sorry,
boys.
Rob. Sorry, Rob.
It's not Rob's fault.
Paul Heyman's face makes that video.
Are you guys excited for WrestleMania this weekend? No, none of
What?
you give a shit about wrestling on the panel, right? You guys hate wrestling.
Mark likes it. Mark's probably.
It's not AEW.
Yeah, there
It's
you
not
go.
a-
I keep up via clips and chats. I don't watch WWE. Nothing against it. I ain't got time.
Tomorrow is going to be a long day for your boy. I'm going to hit the road early, and I'm going to try to make it back here. King Con, for me, is about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, depending on traffic. And which
means it's 6 miles away.
yeah. No, but we're leaving mad early in the morning, but then coming back, I wanted to get back for to catch WrestleMania on time, but I don't think I am. WrestleMania is going to be litty. The wrestling is always good when it's in a loud city. New York, Philadelphia. A lot of the East Coast cities are very, very vocal. But it is going to be, I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be cold for anybody that's going to be there in person. King Khan and Only Slabs is all I care about this weekend. Cliff will be on Only Slabs tomorrow with Rob Fatstacks. So make sure you catch that, 2:30 p.m. I look forward to meeting Cliff in person and him talking about what does Nick mean about lighting the slippers. So Cliff, I look forward to that conversation tomorrow. What do you guys got going on this weekend besides stuff?
Work Masters Week.
Work.
Masters. So Monday is the eclipse, and it's going through where I live. Nick's the only one. Is it going through where you live, Nick?
Yes, they had the kids at school have planned times where they're going to go out and watch.
Yeah, I think everyone in America will see the eclipse, just at different degrees.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the full totality is going through where I live, and
Look.
there's like people flying in. There's a bunch of roads that are being directed one way because it's supposed to be insane.
Yeah, only tomorrow, Jordan.
It was like that down here. It's every 7 years.
So are you going to look at this thing with glasses or through a shoebox?
You got the glasses, right?
Yeah, right here.
I dare you.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I dare you.
I heard if you wear glasses, you can stare at it directly.
Yeah, it'll make your work night that night with heavy machinery very interesting if you stare at it with those glasses.
You should look at it and be like, I dare you, son. And just like, who needs vision? All right, enjoy your fucking sun and moon making love in the sky. What do you got going on, handsome?
So last week on Invincible, they broke through the fourth wall in a crazy way. And I was like so excited. But this week, when they went into different dimensions and they showed the Invincible version of Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude.
But I mean, if you haven't watched it, then, it's just...
Also, Batman makes a cameo appearance.
Yep.
In the episode.
The actual Batman?
Yeah.
Actual Batman.
Actual
Like,
Batman.
Well,
Wayne.
just say he's not real, but yes. Actual Batman.
No, I mean the character, the cartoon character, Batman is
Man.
He's called Batman and everything. It's not like a knockoff Invincible version of Batman.
There's not a knockoff.
This guy is on Invincible.
Nah, that guy's on a couple of lists. Nick, what do you got going on?
We have a bar mitzvah to go to tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day.
Mazel tov?
Mazel tov. And Sunday, I think we're going to the Rangers Astro game.
Ooh. Adolis.
F both those teams, though. Let's go Yanks.
Wow.
The good players, though. Adolis, man, you get to see him all jacked up.
Yeah. Especially the Astros. F the Astros.
Yeah, fuck
Too many sports.
Let's
stuff
go Mets.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go Disney.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's
You're
worse than Mets.
You'd be better off.
Let's go Disney. I'm not gonna rest until we get that Julie Gardner, whatever her name is, recast in the Silver Surfer. I am not a fan of that casting. I want Lunel from Borat, but she has to keep the little like blonde blowout.
Wonder what she would look like a Silver Surfer.
How about actual Borat?
Yo, speaking of Borat, hold on, let me make myself little, whatever.
Is this the Rebel Wilson news?
Yo, so Rebel Wilson accused him of something, which to me it wasn't any like sexual allegations or anything like that. Like he was just a complete asshole. Like there's a difference between somebody being mean and just being a jerk. Like people are just assholes in life, whatever.
For the sake of comedy, he was wanting her to do a bit on set versus using her double.
Oh, see, I didn't know all that. But when she described it in the thing, it was just like he wasn't anyway, whatever. So today, they announced Isla Fisher and him announced they're getting divorced. Like 2 weeks after that news.
It's cold. What did he do?
He wanted her to do a bit. So in the movie, there's a bit. I don't even know what movie they're in. There's a bit that something Brothers Grimsby or some shit like that, right? So there's a bit where
hit your lips.
there's a bit where
So good.
she's naked in the movie, but he wanted her to whatever for the comedic bit, wanted her to be naked instead of a double, and then like, yo, but I did it in Borat. So because he suggested that to her, he was put on the Summer Jam screen. But it's also because her book wasn't selling, so she had to,
I don't even understand. Is that bad that he suggested that? I don't get it.
The way that she was framing it, like he was an asshole about it.
Yeah, whatever. What do I got going on? Okay. Tomorrow I will be at King Con. I can't wait to meet Cliff in person and everybody else in the community. If you're there, make sure you stop by the table. Mrs. Links and I will be at the table, booth U in Artist Alley. You'll see us. You have to pass by when we to exit or whatever. And make sure you pick up your limited edition Austin LeMay print, which I have right here. And then if we still have some available, they'll go to the community. Be open to the community some way or another. So big shout out to Austin LeMay on this, man. Appreciate you, bro. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. It's always a good time. So everyone, like always, hasta la vista, baby. I don't know. That's how we say bye.
We are Legion.
We are Legion. What do you got? What do you got, Tyler?
Nothing.
What do you got, Remy?
Invincible.
What do you got, Nick?
May your days be pleasant.
Infamous Illuminati.